This week I'm back in Orlando, Florida, land of the theme park, sunshine and fun. You may have seen from my earlier videos that this isn't my first time to Orlando, but it is my first time visiting as a mummy. I have my little Finn with me on this trip, and I have drafted in Granddad Rog, so we can experience what it's like to come to Orlando as a family of 3 generations. Simon is here, of course, and we also met up with a group of our friends too. Planning this trip was more difficult than others I've done before because I had to make sure there was something for everyone to do. SeaWorld parks had something for everyone. So we flew out to Florida, checked into a villa and prepared for a week of fun in the sun. We bought the Discovery Cove package from Attraction Tickets Direct, and this gave us access to SeaWorld, Discovery Cove, Water Park Aquatica and the Busch Gardens theme park in Tampa. This was perfect as it meant that me and Granddad Rog could get our adrenaline rush. Rog is a rare breed of Granddad because he enjoys a roller coaster more than everyone else combined. Finn could see some real life animals that he loves, like penguins, dolphins, fish, alligators up close. We all got a day to relax at the beach at Discovery Cove and then wash it all down with a good splash about at Aquatica. I loved visiting SeaWorld when I was a kid, and my dad loves the park too, so I was really excited to go back there with Finn. They're obviously famous for some of their larger marine animals, but probably our favourite part of the park were the smaller animals, and Finn really liked them too. In recent years, SeaWorld has become more known for its exciting roller coasters, one of which is currently the tallest, fastest and longest in Orlando. If you've got a baby or young kids with you, then SeaWorld is a really good park for them because it's chilled out, there's lots of shade, there's lots of educational aspects of the park and an opportunity to get really close to the animals, to learn about them and to see animals that you might have never seen before. Even if you're not keen on seeing the big One Ocean killer whale show, that's okay because you can pick and choose what you want to see and do, and there's so much to do there. Another place that I think a lot of guests might miss is the manatee rescue area. There are animal specialists there that can answer your questions, and you can see manatees that have been rescued from the wild and they're being rehabilitated at SeaWorld before being released back. That was actually a really nice part of the day. Obviously, wherever possible, my dad was itching to go on the roller coasters, so we didn't have such a chilled out day as Finn. There is a full video on why I love Discovery Cove on my Passport Stamps channel, but I genuinely think it's one of the best kept secrets in Orlando. The nearest beach to Orlando is around 40 or 50 minutes away, so this is a good compromise if you don't fancy a road trip or if you don't have a car. There are 2 huge beaches, a lazy river that has real fish, so you can go around relaxing on a noodle or grab a complimentary mask and go snorkeling and see what's down there. The other place you can snorkel here is the Grand Reef, which along with loads of tropical fish also has stingray and an actual shark. Okay, he is behind glass, but he gave us a bit of a fright when we first saw him there. How it works is that you book in advance for a specific date and you spend the whole day in the park, and everything is included from food and drink, cocktails, wine, beer, soft drink, plus guests get breakfast and lunch and snacks throughout the day. I think this is a great place to go if you have a big group because you don't have to worry about feeding everyone. There is a self-service buffet and you can just choose what you want. We were really excited to go because my dad has never seen a dolphin up close before, and one of the big appeals of Discovery Cove is that you can swim with dolphins. My dad isn't really a strong swimmer, so initially he was worried that he might miss out on the experience, but you can opt to do a dolphin interaction in both deep and shallow water. It was a really lovely moment to share with my dad, and he was really overwhelmed by the whole thing. There was plenty to keep Finn occupied too. We played in the sand, we spent ages in the aviary looking at the birds, which he was fascinated by. And we took him for a swim around the lazy river and the Grand Reef. I didn't want the day to end. As a family, we really love Discovery Cove, and I would recommend it to anyone coming to Orlando. With our day chilling out at Discovery Cove giving us the relaxing time that we needed, it was time to keep Granddad Rog happy with some mega roller coaster lols. Gardens is actually in Tampa, which is around an hour from Orlando. And this place has some of the biggest, craziest rides I've ever seen, which of course got full approval from Granddad Rog. We hadn't forgotten about Finn, and in fact, alongside all the thrill rides, Busch Gardens is over 335 acres wide, with a zoo containing over 300 different species of animals. Finn was only 8 months old at the time, but he was thrilled when he realised the animals were real life ones. In the animal care centre, he even got to meet one of them up close, which was very exciting. We also learnt more about the conservation efforts across the parks, including the rescue centre and the animal hospital here, which doesn't just care for animals that live in the park, but also takes in injured and sick wild animals that need urgent medical care. The other really cool experience that you can have at Busch Gardens is to head out on a giraffe safari onto the Serengeti. A real steam train that chugs through the park was an instant hit with Finn and Granddad Rog, and a chance to sit down in the shade. There is also a super cute Sesame Street area for kids. Before we left, Rog couldn't resist one last ride on a roller coaster. On our last day, we had a much needed lay-in and a proper American breakfast before heading to SeaWorld's water park, AQUATICA. It was my first time to AQUATICA and it was brilliant. There are some really big thrill slides, 2 lazy rivers, one mad speedy one and one relaxing one. And I really liked the kids areas. There was loads for little ones to do. At AQUATICA you can buy a quick queue pass, and we did this just to make it easier and quicker to go on the rides when we were separated, and then get back so we could spend more time together enjoying our holiday as a family. Entertaining 3 generations of one family was easy. Everyone had a favourite bit and they were all different. I love the SeaWorld parks and I love Orlando, of course. My highlight was getting to spend real quality time with my dad and getting to see him and Finn just so happy and hanging out together and chilling out. This was the first family holiday that we've all had together and it was really special to me. Finn won't remember it, of course, but we will.